All right, what's going on, guys, watching on YouTube, and Mr. Great White, who is a Patreon fella that is sending in a replay for review. Now, I was going to review this like any other replay, send it to him privately on email, but Great White here is actually using my Lithuanian strategy, which I made a video about not too long ago on YouTube, and I said that this is a great strategy for beginner players to have an easy game plan and just be able to win with really strong knights with extra attack from the relics using the Lithuanians. The video, I think, was a great success, had many views, and I want to see now, is this actually a good strategy at, let's say, 1100, 1200 ELO, where Great White is currently sitting at? Or is this strategy terrible and Hera is just LARPing as a, some kind of beginner coach on YouTube? What's the deal here? Are my videos worth watching or no? We're going to find out. And it all depends on this one game from Great White, by the way. If he wins, Hera's the genius and you should watch all of his videos. If he loses, my reputation is in the gutter. The best part is I haven't even seen this game, so I'm actually not sure what to expect. And I'm not even sure if he picked up a single relic in this game or not. So we're going to find out. We're going to see if... yeah, if this Lithuanian strategy is all the smoke or if it's just, overrated. Let's find out. Pretty decent early game start. 2 on wood, bringing in that first boar. Some small inefficiencies that I caught in the early game. And we're actually going for the 3rd on wood, which is not part of the strategy. Should usually be 2 on wood only since we're trying to go up to feudal age as fast as possible. But it's not the end of the world. We're off to a somewhat okay start here, okay? Take some of that boar. We'll keep an eye on the scouting. We'll play it at time 2 speed because at this level... the Dark Age doesn't need that much help, but, of course, keep in mind that 2 on wood is slightly better. This guy, house, then berries, amazing. A small nitpick, that house just being a few tiles higher gives you more space for the berries to make some farms later if you need it. And it also lets you wall around the berries a little bit more easily. So, small things to consider, but not needed, okay? Bringing in that second boar, very nice. This villager is going to no man's land. And here we go with the mill. Another small thing, mill usually touching the berries is a little bit better. But again, not the end of the world. All right, nice little second boar. Another small thing you can do. You can actually put the gather point on the boar meat before ejecting. Because the way you did it, you sent the villagers back to work, I think. But they're back to work. They were just kind of idling. So that was a little bit inefficient. And we're also getting loom a little early. So ton of things that are slightly inefficient. Great Whites. Great White, you're making me look bad, brother. You're making it seem like this is what I'm teaching on the Patreon. Inefficiencies everywhere. Everything passes. No. I'm actually a drill sergeant on Patreon. I'm a bit of a dictator, to be honest. Everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be solid, or else it's horrible and terrible. But, I also keep it realistic. If you're doing a build and you have some small inefficiencies, we can still play on. We'll see what we can do for the later part of the game. Even if the beginning is not perfect. Sheep was a little late to come in, but we are on the way up to the next age very soon. So we made it out of the Dark Age with 23 seconds of idle time, some small inefficiencies, and a little bit of bad PR to the Patreon. Not the best Dark Age, okay? Not the best Dark Age. But we're rocking the Lithuanians and we have a clear game plan. If anything, this would actually show more support to the strategy, because if we're able to win with, subpar Dark Age, then it just shows how strong it could be in Age of Empires 2 to just have a good, clear game plan and execute it. And that's kind of, at the end of the day, what really matters here. I'm going to go to wood here. Normally just 8, maybe 9. We're going to send 12 now to wood. No villagers under the town center. Oh my god, Great White. This has gone terribly wrong here. This has gone terribly wrong. We have a bunch of villagers just sitting there idle. Look at these guys. It's like they're in line for the hot dog shop, brother. Get to work. There we go. Always got to watch out. Those villagers are fat and lazy, Not unlike myself, the streamer. Yes, you have to watch out. Make sure they're not just taking a little time off. Make sure they're always working. No worker rights around here. I don't want to see a single villager even think of unionizing. All right, barracks stable. So the reason why we have literally no food left in our base is because we've had such an inefficient Dark Age. 1,700 resources. I can literally queue up a rank game at the end of this video. Not a rank game, but like a lobby game against an AI. And now have like 300 or 400 more resources coming out of Dark Age using the same setup. So Great White, there's a lot you can improve in the early game. Now we're not going to be able to afford scouts, which is crazy considering that with Lithuanians, we start with extra 100 food. It should be a very easy civ to afford your first few scouts. But as such, it's not going to be the case. So when I put in so much emphasis on the early game, it's for a reason. At this point, maybe 1 or 2 scouts, but beyond that, we're going to not be able to afford anything. The way to fix this, by the way, is to just pull villagers off wood. Take 3 villas off wood, make 3 farms. One of them can wall, for example. Then new villagers go to berries/sheep, and then you can kind of play from there. Either way, we're going to get men-at-arm rush here. We're up against the Japanese from Lean. Oh, so scary, this Japanese civ. Do we even know about these men-at-arms? We're going to see them come in. We're just going to fight back with vills. This is actually the correct response. Beautiful fight back with the vills here. Oh, yeah. Just continue. There we go. Trap this guy now? Ah, almost had the trap. Pretty good, though. You killed the scouts. I know this looks messy, but this is actually way better than just running back to the town center. Horrible blacksmith positioning. We're going to cut off half of our wood line. But we're going to kind of wall out the men-at-arms, so it's okay in that sense. And it looks like we have somewhat of a counterattack being launched at the same time. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is why I love watching 1100 replays. It's just fantastic. It's like, I was actually waiting. I said, these men-at-arms have spent way too long without running under the town center. This is not right. And here we go. They've run out of the town center. Now we can just fight back when the last guy attacks us. And meanwhile, Great White has actually found himself a villager kill on the other side. So, wait, game's getting really intense. Oh, we're going to lose a vill ourselves. But finally, we're going to clear up this men-at-arm, or almost. So it's 1 vill dead apiece, and the game continues. Great White, I want to show you that we're 500 resources behind. This is your fault entirely. This could be easily avoided if you just work on your early game a little bit more. Trust me, you'll have so much more fun if you're not down 500 resources by 12 minutes. It really is an extreme resource deficiency that we have right now, which again is completely avoidable. Either way, we're going to start walling up now and setting up our farm. So, Great White, I will say, just to compliment you a little bit, you look great in the color blue. Keep it up, my friend. Now, I'm totally joking. Let's give you a real compliment. You did a great job getting back to what you need to do. Walling, adding some farms, continue to attack. This is great. This is exactly what I like to see. I'm okay with infinite mistakes as long as we continue playing towards our game plan. We always give ourselves a chance to win. Remember, our opponent here is not Prime Viper. Our opponent is Lean at 1150 elo. He might make a lot of mistakes and we could still win this game. So let's lock in. I hope we still got it. And here we go. We caught him on 1 mistake. You caught a lone villager sitting out here, no friends, and he's gonna go down unless we see some quick walls, but not gonna be the case. He goes down and life continues. So good stuff. Okay, tons of idle TC time. 2 minutes idle TC time. Small inefficiencies, but tower on the wood. Stay extra safe. I would even argue that you don't really need this tower. We already have the walls. We're actually completely safe. This tower is a bit unnecessary. But what I will say is that I'm okay seeing a tower. I'd rather see a tower than just not make it and end up dying, with the stone in the bank. So I'm okay with this. We've seen a lot of things in this game that have not been perfect, but have been, on the right track and with good ideas in mind. Oh my God! Beautiful loop around from Great White. Great White almost killed a villager. Almost had a nice position there. Didn't find it, so just continues running. That's exactly what you want to do with scouts. Keep running around. You can even come in here. I mean, this is very high level from Great White. This is exactly what I like to see. Great job, my friend. Looping around, being active with the scouts, killing a villager. Dude, so many times I see even 2,000 rated players. They're sitting here with the scouts just scratching their balls. They go check the front. This is what they do. They check the front. Oh no, he's got 2 spearmen. Let me run back to my base. Brother. What's the point of being on a horse then? You know what I mean? But not Great White. Great White's going to loop around. He's going to look for those angles. And look at this. Your opponent's completely flustered. You've killed the 2nd villager now. Oh, no, a 3rd vill even. Wow. Yeah, because the one out here. Kill the 3rd vill. And you keep your scouts alive. Look for that cheeky farm kill as well. Didn't quite find it. Behind this market, I'd like to see the walls come through. I think just walling up here, keeping yourself very safe, would be an amazing decision. What's Lean going to go for here? Lean goes for some defensive archers. And he's going to push those scouts away. So pretty good. Lean is doing a great job here of defending himself. Like, I know he lost a couple villagers, but even him, I don't know who the guy is, to be honest. He's not a Patreon member, but I can't help it. I think he's doing a great job on defense. He walled up. He defended well with the archers. I think he's also playing a solid game here at 1150 elo. Great White's going to continue walling up, as he should. And now we want to play towards the castle age, towards the relics and knights. Very important. Relics and knights. So monks, knights, but not just monks. Monks that get relics. Because a lot of times I see it at lower level players. They make a monastery, they make a couple monks, and they just sit there. They sit there with a smile on their face. Like, bro, it's not enough to just go to church on Sundays. You got to get some treasure back. You know, you got to put in that effort. The kingdom depends on it. The knights depend on it. So, yeah, hopefully we play towards those relics. Because that's the main part of our Lithuanian strategy here. But when we do play towards those relics, for those who don't know, every relic we get, up to 4 is the maximum, we get an extra attack on our knights, okay? So it's very important to secure at least a couple of these relics, but you're really trying to get 4 relics with the Lithuanians. And we have some pretty good suspects here. We have 4 relics, or 3 relics here, and then 1 and 2, so 4 and 5, a little further away. But we can get 3 relics easily. Let's see what our teammates here, our Great White Patreon member, has scouted. I love this. He's scouting the map here clearly, looking for the relics now. Monastery right away on the side of the 2 relics. Knights, 2 monasteries. I will literally cry. This is fantastic. This is so freaking good. Monastery on either side, looking to jump out and take those relics as soon as possible. For those who don't know, Lithuanian monasteries also work 20% faster, which is great. So when the Great White forgets to make a monk for the first few seconds, we're not actually behind because we make the monk faster. That's how you use the bonus. He's also adding a town center here, which is completely fine. Lithuanian town centers give you 100 food when completed. So adding in a town center, even adding in a 3rd town center is completely fine. But I would recommend to focus more on knight production than town center production, because I think getting to a massive knights is how you will win this game. He's going to protect the relic in the center, pick that up nice and easy. This monk on the left picks up the other 2 relics. He's doing it fast. He's doing it quick. It's 25 minutes, and we already have the 3 relics back to our base. That's pretty good. It's kind of slow because 25 minutes is really late into this game. But that's just because they had a late castle time. That's another problem. We hit castle age at 22 minutes. So within 3 minutes of castle age, to already have 3 relics is very good. Now we just have to work on getting the castle age before 22 minutes. That's our next step. And we will do that. I have a lot of faith in Great White here. So add in some stables now, which makes a lot of sense. Don't think about Imperial Age with Lithuanians, in my opinion. If you have the relics, spam the knights, bro. It's the knight with extra relics is kind of like an Imperial Age unit. It's very, very strong. This monk has Sanctity, so he's going to be able to save it here. But not from the crossbows. But here we go. He's going to be able to pick up this relic on the right side. So that's relic number 4. Now, taking a look at our knights with 10 plus 3 without a single attack upgrade. Like, how insane is that? And keep in mind, if it's 1 knight with 10 plus 3, opponent will just convert it. Not a big deal. But if you get 20 knights, all of them with plus 3 or even plus 4 attack when this 4th relic comes in, now we're talking about one of the best armies in the entire game. And it's just 1 unit. It's just knights. But knights with extra attack is fantastic. It's a really strong unit. So ladies and gents here, Great White is about to get forging. About to get his 4th relic. He's going to be on 10 plus 5 knights in terms of attack. Great HP, great armor like you normally expect. Now, it's not perfect here, Great White. You're floating a little bit of wood. I would highly recommend that when you see wood floating like that, you look to spend it. 1,000 plus of any resource is unacceptable without a plan. So always make sure to spend it. How can you spend it? Boom, 4 of those off wood into 4 farms. 2 of those from the front, make 2 more stables. You have 4 stables, a few extra farms to sustain them, and that's it. You're golden. Wood is spent, life is good. Alright, Iron Casting coming in. This is the final upgrade. We're going to have 10 plus 6 knights, believe it or not. And oh my god, we should be able to wipe this army. We should be able to wipe this army clean. Of course, we are blind because we're playing with the knights. Not the most amount of line of sight. We're going to take the fight here. Great White looking to engage. Big, big fight. The opponent's getting masonry. It's hilarious. Not really a priority usually, but take a look at the fight. Oh my god. Oh my god, we wiped them. We're like 2 or 3 hitting every unit on the field. It's insane. It's literally insane. The damage output we're putting out here. Crazy. Melted through the fully upgraded crossbows and pikemen on the field. Still have more than half of our knights available. And now we can just run in, right? And I would love if we had, again, if we had spent the wood behind this, we'd have much more knight spam coming in. And I would just love how strong that could be. Right now, we don't have the most amount of knights. Taking out this town center is ambitious. We're going to back up. Yeah, I think it's too early to consider taking out a town center. We'll lose a few knights. We lost 3 knights, but still. Many more to come. And the main thing here is to not necessarily rush this. You don't have to fight right away. But I think you also don't want to take too long, because if you take too long, your opponent gets a castle, and suddenly it's hard to like do much with the knights. So we want to get like extra stables and really just go for this. He's gonna back up and heal. I don't mind that. That's kind of fun. Why not? Just heal up a little bit. Healing gets insane value in Age of Empires. I feel like it's... Someone asked me the other day on stream, is it underrated? Is healing underrated? And I don't think it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, actually. I think it's very strong, but most pro players know how strong it is. And I love to see this. Like, Great White just goes back only with 1 monk. Actually, it could be more. He doesn't have any more monks, but yeah, it could be like 3-4 monks. And then you just heal in 2 seconds. Big fight on the front. Pikemen. Japanese pikemen. Supposed to be a counter to knights, but look at this. Sometimes when you have enough of a unit, you just don't get countered anymore. And we're just wiping through all of this army from red. And red might be out of like options now. He's not sure what to do. He's like, holy, these knights are crazy. Melting through pikes. Because again, the problem with pikes is that they die too fast. And the thing about Lithuanian knights is that they kill really fast. So the pikes can't really have time to do damage. And there it is. GG's called. Lean just calls the game and Great White takes the win. Fantastic, fantastic game from Great White. Love to see the strategy winning at 1100 elo. And look at this. Like, both players had a pretty decent early game for their own rights, you know, for their standard at this elo. It was not a bad early game from either side. But the difference is Great White had a really good game plan. He picked up the relics really fast. Great job on that. And used the knights to just put so much pressure on his opponent that he couldn't actually hold. A few more advices for you, Great Whites. I don't like how little you did with your knights. Okay? And how little knights you had. So those are the 2 things we wanted to do a bit more of. So, again, too much wood. You want to get like more stables, like 6 stables. Really invest into those knights. Forget about Imperial Age. Don't even save for it for now. Get Imperial Age way later. But your initial plan is to get like up to 50 knights on the field. Just keep spamming tons and tons of knights and use them. You don't have to go and hit a town center. You can just run into your opponent's base and then just spread them out and raid, because it's still such a strong unit with the knight, knight with extra attack. You can come to the left side, hit the monastery, downhill. You can break the monastery very quickly. If you have more knights, you can then kill the town center pretty easily. You can do a lot more with the knights, and you'll be enabled to do more by actually just making more of the unit itself. So my recommendation, work on your early game, get a good start in, work on that faster castle time, get the relics quickly like you did, and then as soon as you have the relics, your mind should be thinking, I need to spam knights, I need to make a ton more knights. You get the market, you already have a market, like sell some wood, make some stables, start spamming way more knights, get more on gold if you need, keep spamming villagers like always, but don't even think about Imperial Age. Just go all in for the knights and just get your win. And guys watching at home, I'm putting this to YouTube to show you guys that my videos actually work. Great White has showed us that at 1100 elo, 1200 elo, this strategy works wonders. Players do not contest the relics. He picked up 4 for free. His opponent contested a little. Actually, I shouldn't say that. His opponent contested a little, but most players will let you get 3 or 4 relics pretty easily. Pick them up, spam knights. It's a really fun strat, really easy to play, really simple. And it's just good, man. Just try it out. So try it out, guys. Hopefully this review helps, gives you a practical example of how the strategy would work at a beginner, but a little bit more than beginner level. 1200 is nothing to scoff at here. So well played, a Great White. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you guys want more rec reviews to hit YouTube, like, comment, share this on Reddit, share this with your friends. Get this out there so the views go high. The higher the views, the happier I am. And the happier I am, the more videos I make of this genre. Otherwise, I just do it straight for the Patreons. And that's it, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are paying for the service. But, hopefully you guys can benefit as well. And like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, and get your Lithuanian out down the rank ladder. Let's go. Get your elo.